Hello, Scorpio. Karo here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are reading for the eclipse, and this eclipse, it's a lunar eclipse. It's in Pisces, and oops, not yet. And we are going to see what effects are we gonna get from this with tarot and cartomancy experience. Um, you can watch the series for your sun, moon, and rising. And this is, by the way, the part 2 of this series. There is also part 1. So if you have any placements, you can also go and check back there. Let's see, Scorpio, what energies are surrounding you at this time with this lunar eclipse in Pisces, which is making the lines a bit blurry for us. Let's see what is going to come to the forefront in a very strong way among those blurry lines or concepts. Let's see. The first message. Oh, Five of Swords. Five of Swords is the first message. And we have also Seven of Pentacles. Our Seven of Pentacles. And the next message is Nine of Swords. Okay. I want to check the bottom of the deck too. We have the Lovers. Okay. Now I will go ahead and read about your cards if it is necessary. I want to also pick an oracle card too, maybe for some guidance. Though I don't think it's going to be necessary, but maybe we can get some clarifications to some cards here, okay? Okay, so it seems this Pisces eclipse bringing some conflicts at first. Conflicts, what kind of conflicts? You need to be very aware that, what you're gonna speak, what words comes from your mouth is going to really affect a course of an event. Please don't say things that you may really regret later, Scorpio. Okay, that's why definitely weigh, here the scales. Because, I see here like so much regret, so much regret. So we need to be a bit careful there. This is like, let's say, gives you a heads up for the times ahead. And I feel like, it makes sense. This reading makes sense when also we think about the astrological terms too, because especially if you're a Scorpio rising, uh, this is going to affect your fifth house of children, creativity, love, love, sex. So it is, it's pleasure, how you seek pleasure, what you create out of yourself, how how you self-express. So I think there lately there has been some maybe illusions around some love stories, um, the way that you share your heart. Maybe the lines are was very like blur, you were like, what I'm sharing, what I'm not, like what I have just said or shared, sometimes even like sometimes over explaining ourselves, our passions, for instance. um Lately maybe you had hard time feeling that fiery, passionate, creative energy. So all these, I think, stories, uh and the way that you try to express yourself around these subjects, and also another person's, again at the bottom of the deck we have the Lovers. This is at the bottom of the deck. So I think there is a conflict and tension. Um, and the conflict tension, these two elements, no one is winning here. The idea is like no one is winning. So whether it is a romantic or a creative situation for you, uh, I think something is very draining here, and something goes like very confrontational. And it's like, is this energy that I was trying to invest in this connection, in this project, um, in this love, in this work or joy, is it really paying off? Is it really paying off? And then some regrets, and there can be some also sleepless nights, Nine of Swords, maybe anxiety, maybe overthinking. Um, Again, that feeling of, we all go through that, that fear of loss, that fear of um, regret itself, and also sometimes fear of it. So um, there is emotional intensity. Yeah, this eclipse is bringing that emotional intensity, and it seems it's going to be high. So, but where it all lays down, I mean, we are gonna come back to the lovers, because underneath everything, Scorpio, under the root of everything, there is a choice. And this choice can be about love, it can be about passion, it can be alignment of values. Um, so relationships and also those heartlet decisions are definitely at the center for you. I think uh, there is here a turning point for you. Uh, Things may feel a bit like destined for you, and this is you who can face some maybe hard truths. Um, like if this person, if this fling, if this romance, if this project, or what I'm like putting myself into, are they really truly aligned with my values? Like, do they really value uh or the way that they have representation in life, do they have actually similar values with me? And this can maybe create a tension between you and the person. So it can bring up a heartbreak, that it can bring up, you may be attracting someone else's jealousy also. Uh, and sometimes it's not about choices, but the stress of the choices. And when the stress of the choices stays unresolved, then you get into that loop over and over again. So, what we see here is actually a karmic cleaning wants to happen. Actually, this is maybe, you know, like a way the universe is showing you in what ways or in what parts of life you have been maybe giving too much of themselves, of how either you and the person, one of you may be giving so much. So if you can also tell a person, you are giving so much of yourself, they can tell you you are giving so much of yourself. So and doing this without joy and alignment can be very difficult, to see. But I think the idea is not to let fear and anxiety uh, clouding the truth here. What's the truth of this situation? To stay committed to that idea. Nine of Swords. And the clarity is going to come from values. Okay? Clarity comes from values. You have to really reassess, Scorpio, where you invest your energy. Does it nourish you? Does it drain you? Um, Again, to do that, you don't have to get into confrontational conflicts, but because then you may really regret for what you say. So we need to avoid from pointless, I think, conflicts, because not every battle needs to be fight, right? The eclipse energies usually in life push us towards authentic. Okay, what is really authentic? Um, the authentic energy is when the mind, when the body goes together, right? Something is not authentic when the mind goes somewhere else, the body goes somewhere else. What is really authentic when the mind and the body goes to in alliance with each other, and to tap into that, uh, authentic love, to authentic creativity. I think the eclipse is telling us that it's Pisces, so we got to release anything illusional, and we need to choose what really aligns with our soul. So this is, I think, the basic of the reading, but I want to clarify uh, Seven of Pentacles, this central card. I want to get a clarification for that, okay? Maybe we can talk about that a bit more. Oops, not yet. So, Seven of Pentacles, let's see with what we're gonna clarify it. The mouse, the dog. Yeah, so the dog and the mice. Now it makes sense because mouse is about decline. Things being detrimental. Uh, and sometimes it is very fast pace. Okay, sometimes it's very fast paced, but sometimes the decline is very small. I think here you are evaluating um, like timing of something, like how long this has been in decline or when it started. It's Mercury in Taurus energy. There's something here, how slow, how fast something has like become, because maybe it's important for you to understand that timeline so you can um, act accordingly. But I think the Nine of Swords afterneath was is showing us that that was, let's say, long ago, long before you even realized something. So this erosion in the connections, that stress in loyalty, that persistent loss in maybe trustful, faithful bonds. Um, um, Now making you realize what hasn't been actually reciprocated all this time. Um, because I think I see your energy really getting drained. So, and it needs to be nourished. So I see that Seven of Pentacles showing you in a position like in what energy you put towards something, how much effort you put in. Something always like feels slipping away. So I think this is a bit doubling down the eclipse theme when it comes to reassessing the bounds you have, because we have the lovers at the bottom of the deck. So, and sometimes, it's that realization of I was too patient with this person or with this thing. Uh, and actually, it was quietly weakening your confidence, that joy, that stability. So it seems some choices needs to be made, and you got to notice where this trust was leaking away, um, because there is this very subtle, steady thing decreasing there. Um, in your situation, is loyalty is mutual or is it one-sided? This is very important. Um, And if something has been crumbling for you, don't invest in there, because simply patience has also its limits, right? So this is what you will be, it seems, realizing and redirecting your loyalty to yourself first, and you are likely to align with things which actually reciprocate what you deep down feel. So thank you so much for Scorpio. I will speak to you soon in next readings. If you have personal questions, you can always find me in Karo is answering your tarot questions in YouTube live streams. And thank you so much. Take care.